Hello, everyone. So today we kind of want to talk about social work and families who are dealing with substance abuse problems. So first off, we need to realize that there are a lot of different issues that our clients will come in with, and of those issues, they could be alcohol dependent, they could be abusing substances, and they could be impacting their families through that. And there could be a lot of trauma, there could be child abuse, there could be domestic violence, all associated with that substance abuse. So one of the things that we want to talk about today is what kind of dynamics are encompass a family with potentially a family that drinks too much or is alcohol dependent, and those problematic behaviors that are kind of accompanied to that. So in these kind of families, you'll see a lot of fighting. You know, there could be a lot of blaming in terms of you drink too much, you're never there, you don't help in this X, Y, and Z. Or at the same time, instead of blaming, the whole entire family could deny that the addiction is even a problem. And a lot of times this happens in families who have to keep up a certain status quo or a certain look in their social circles, in their neighborhoods, in their extended families, to prove that no, there isn't an issue. Dad doesn't do this, and mom doesn't do this, and we don't have this kind of issues. Also, in these families, sometimes whenever the situation comes out that there is a problem, oftentimes a child could be seen as a parent, and this is called parentification. And basically what that means is that the child kind of has to be the adult in the situation and stop the parent and say, no, you do have an issue and we need to fix it. And that's hard for a parent to hear, that their child is thinking, oh, now you think that you can tell me what to do whenever I'm the parent. And that will create, in any type of situation, not just with a child being the parent, but the abuser, their defense mechanisms will be shot up, and they will start having to come up with reasons and excuses, and all those different defense mechanisms will come up. And again, you have a lot of placing blame and a lot of resentment all encompassed within that. And so, like I said, there's just a lot of different dynamics that can be seen within a family with alcohol dependency. In the same breath, though, whenever you're working with a family that is in the recovering stages or accepts that there is a problem with their alcohol dependency, you see other dynamics, and those dynamics can include resentment. You'll see the recovering alcohol abuser, you'll see them very sorry and feeling like they missed out on a lot of things. You'll see them really trying to regress the past and kind of make up for some of those opportunities and memories and just situations that they've missed out on. The great thing about families that acknowledge that there is a problem is that they do just that. They acknowledge there is a problem, and you're able to, and as the worker, you're able to build off of that. And then whenever the family acknowledges that there's a problem, suddenly there's support that's encompassed by that. I support you in your recovery process, or I know you're going away to an inpatient treatment facility, and I promise I will be there for you. I'm just a call away. And so there's a lot of pros and strengths that come with the family all acknowledging that there is a problem, and once the substance abuser is in more of a recovering role and acknowledges that there is a problem. So in a situation like this, whenever the social worker or professional is working with a family who does abuse substances, there are different roles that worker will take on. Those roles can include the nurturer role, and in that role, that would be including, you're still building a lot of rapport, you're hearing the family out, you're creating that good working relationship to listen to the families and sincerely hear their concerns. And at the same time as you're doing all that, you're also giving them courage to make the necessary changes that are going to impact their family later on. Another role would be the teacher role. And in this role, as you are going throughout your treatment plan, a social worker in the teacher role would be used to educate the family about substance abuse, about their treatment options, about the impacts, while also teaching life skills, because many users might have difficulty performing routine tasks or just things in their day-to-day. And the last role that we want to talk about today is the role of a coordinator. So social workers can coordinate services in the treatment plan for families, and then they have the responsibility to also monitor those services. Is the family getting taken care of like they need to? Are these services being implemented correctly and ethically? Is there improvement? And if there's not improvement, then we might need to look at another intervention plan. And so it's super important for social workers to be competent in practice with those who abuse substances, with their families, being very empathetic, and also helping to bring about change in these family scenarios.